For this lesson today, I would like to share how to generate non-repeating random numbers. For example, let's say we would like to generate 10 numbers range from 1 to 10. If let's say we make use of the RANDBETWEEN function, of course we are able to generate the numbers. However, we are not able to ensure that the numbers are not repeating. For example, as we can see, among all these 10 numbers, some numbers repeated. So this is not the one that we want. So what we have to do here is we can make use of two functions to solve this issue. So we will first rank the value according to equal basis. So we rank the value according to the entire range that we generated. So remember to fix the cell so that when we drag, the formula is already fixed here. Then for the order, we can take descending order or ascending order, it doesn't matter. And we plus CAL-IF function. So for this CAL-IF function, we have to be careful. We will take the range should move along the cell. So which means that we should fix only the first cell. And then we refer to the number itself. So if let's say when we make use of RANK.EQ function using ascending order, if this is the minimum value, then this will return 1. And if let's say we have only one number without repetition, then CAL-IF will return 1 as well. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. If let's say the minimum value that we want is 1, so in order to make 2 become 1, we will minus 1. So we will obtain this formula, then we just have to drag. As we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The number no longer repeated. So this is the method to convert repeated random numbers to non-repeating random numbers. So how, let's say we want the random number to be generated from in the range of 21 to 30. So now the minimum value should be 21 instead of 1. Minimum value is 1 here. Now we want 21. So what we have to do? We plus 20. So 20 plus 1 is equal to 21. So which means that the minimum value now should be 21. So as we can see, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. If let's say we want the range from 51 to 60, then we just start from 50. So we change 20 to 50 for this case, and we will generate again, as we can see. So 51 to 60 without a repeated. Unfortunately, if let's say we make use of this method, this is not considered fully randomized, because if let's say we have repeated value, for example 7. So as we can see, the order is already fixed. So which means that we will have the smaller value first before we come to the largest. So this is not considered fully randomized. So in order to generate a fully randomized random number, we can actually make use of VBA, which is easier, and then we don't have to create 2 columns. 1 column is enough. Okay, let's try. We go to Developer tab. Go to Visual Basic. Double click on the current sheet. As usual, always start with name. So we have random number, so we name as rand. So to generate random number, we can use for loop. If let's say we need altogether 10 random numbers, then we just run from r equal to 1 to 10. Then we just have to print the random number to a particular sheet that we want on the particular cell. So the row is not fixed, should run according to I, and then first column is equal to, we use the random number generator in VBA, so rand times 9 plus 1. If let's say we want minimum to be 1, then we put 1. Maximum to be 10, then 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. Or in other words, we take 10 minus 1 and we obtain 9, this number. Then what we need is integer. But we are not going to use the integer function in VBA since integer going to round the number, round down the number. What we need is round accordingly. So we used round with 0 decimal places. Finish the first I, then we proceed to the next I. After we completed the generating part, what we need to do here is to determine whether there is any repetition. So we can also apply for loop for j equal to 1 to 10. We use if function to determine is there any repetition. So we are going to use the call if function. So we have to call application dot worksheet function dot call if. Then we have range. The range will be how many numbers we have generated. So start from the first cell. So range, the first cell. So sheet 1 dot cell, row 1, column 1 to the last cell. If let's say we're lazy to count what is the last row, then we can make use of sheet 1 dot cells without putting any number. We will first make a dot, then we put n, so that we are able to see the syntax that we need. So we have 4 options here: down, left, right, or up. We want to move down the row, so we take down. After we selected the option, now we can add. From where? Starting from the first row, first column. Then we move down to the end of the row. Then what we need to do here is the argument 2, which is the condition. The condition is match with the current cell. So we have sheet 1 dot cells. The current cell is J, first column, and done. So what we have to do, if let's say more than 1 means that the number appear more than 1 time. If appear more than 1 time, which means that at least 2 and more. So which means that there is repetition. So if there happen that we have repetition, so what we have to do, we have to regenerate the number. So make use of this, copy, and then we put it here, paste, and we change to J. Then after that, what we have to do, if let's say we don't want to let the function to finish running, then only check again, then we can immediately run again. So we go to 1. Where is 1? We can put it here, 1. So Excel, whenever run to this, if happen that there is any repetition, so we'll regenerate and then go back to 1 and then check again until no more repetition. So we start with if. Of course, we need to end with if. Finish the first J, move to the next J. Then basically the coding part is done. Let's check the result. We run and see what will happen. So we click run. So as you can see, the number is already generated in a very short minute without repeating. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, let's say we want to have different range. So we can have, you just have to change accordingly. So 21 to 30. So we run and see. So remember to change for both. And we run. So as you can see, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 26, 28, 29, and 30. So as we can see, it's randomly. Unlike Excel, we have to make sure that the range here is exactly the number that we want to generate. For example, if let's say we want to generate numbers range from 1 to 10, which means that we need to have 10 number to make sure that the number is random enough. For VBA, that is advantage, which means that we can generate less than that. For example, let's delete everything we have here. Then what we need is just generate 5 numbers. So 5 and 5. Then we can see, let's see, we generate from 1 to 10. So we run. As we can see, it's fully randomized, which means that it's nothing to do with like we have to make sure that how many numbers that we generate, then only we will determine the randomness of the number generated. For the Excel function, because we are using the call function, the rank function, which means that we'll have small number before we have big number. So especially when we need a very big range, for example, 1 to 100, then we be able to generate for that. We can have different range of number, but then for Excel function, we couldn't have that because it's too many restriction. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. See you.